Going to one of our favorite characters, Kash Patel.
Kash Patel, our boy. From the New Republic, Kash Patel sets off diplomatic incident with FBI operation in Mexico. Kash Patel almost makes us go to war with Mexico and shit. We have truly bumbling. These are like sitcom level, like fuck ups, but he's just like a real guy doing real fucking shenanigans. The head of the FBI is like this is like you sell this to NBC or some shit, but. An FBI operation to capture former Olympian turned suspected cocaine trafficker. Damn, that's a hard ass sentence.
It is.
Ryan Wedding in Mexico. They not catching this nigga. He like, nigga, ain't no, who gonna catch me? Not Nigeria. Ryan Wedding in Mexico has shaken relations between the U.S. and its southern neighbor. Last week, the U.S. deployed the FBI's hostage rescue team to Mexico to capture Wedding, who once was protected by the powerful Sinaloa cartel.
Damn.
But that was supposed to be kept secret, especially since Mexican law prohibits foreign law enforcement officers from being physically present in operations on Mexico soil, let alone take parts in raids and arrests. Out of their jurisdiction.
Makes sense to me.
Every 90s movie I've ever seen is be like,
you go to
I'm in Mexico. Like, ah! At the border. Damn it! And shoot in the sky. Have you ever seen Bad Boys 2? That's what that happens at the end. He nigga makes it to Mexico, but Will Smith, I think, shoots like a...
Cash was like, we just shot him. Pulled out the scope.
Well, luckily, I'm here.
Hashtag shot him.
Cash can see him from D.C., so he's like, I got my eyes on him. We don't even have to cross the border for me to see this.
Zooming in.
Hold on. He's in Mexico City. On Friday, however, FBI Director Kash Patel announced the joint operation publicly on X. Our secret operation where we're not even supposed to be in Mexico.
Our illegal operation.
Our crime. Our little crime. He's posting about it all. That's the problem. He constantly wants credit. He constly wants to like aura farm. And
he's an influencer.
Yeah,
you put an influencer in charge of the FBI.
He's like, how am I going to get my followers up? How am I going to get clout? Trust me, I understand. I have had to delete videos. I've had to delete videos, okay? I get wanting to clout because you're like, oh, God, but then you're like, oh, wait, I'm about to fuck shit up. I got to delete this.
So Cash is like, I got to delete this and repost it at a different time in order to get the, in order to maximize.
You know what it is? Okay, if I post it at 10 a.m., I'm going to start war in Mexico. But if I post it at 8 p.m.
I feel like the number one requirement to being the director of the FBI should be you could keep a secret.
Yeah, that's like the main thing.
Right?
That's the literal...
That's the FBI. Y'all are clandestine.
Come on.
Y'all murder civil rights leaders.
Literally.
You can't be going around bragging about shit like that.
It takes y'all 50 years to like release a document so y'all won't get in trouble. This nigga's like bypassing all of that. Like
he's on Twitter.
That is the one part of him being head of the FBI that is good because I remember like growing up, I would always think like, damn man, we're not gonna know any of the world secrets that the government is doing until like I'm like 75. That's when they'll like like what's it called when they like release like the declassify everything. But we don't have to worry. No, niggas don't gotta wait. This nigga live tweeting fucking this shit just in person. It's like you don't even have to wait. There's no more mystery. It's just like, oh, okay. Mind you, he completely redacted the Epstein files. So it's just like what he will talk about is crazy. But on Friday, however, FBI Director Kash Patel announced that joint operation publicly on X. Our FBI HRT teams. Oh shit. Okay, FBI on HRT. That's crazy. Executed with precision, discipline, and total professionalism alongside our Mexican partners to bring Ryan James Wedding back to face justice, he wrote, sending shockwaves through Mexico. Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum scrambled to perform damage control as foreign intervention in Mexico is politically toxic. She said that there was no U.S. involvement in the operation and that U.S. agents in Mexico are limited by law. You're not allowed to intervene and
sucks to be her. She's like, yo, how could he possibly arrest someone in Mexico? That's against our laws, folks.
Yes.
You're not making any sense right now, guys.
Yeah, I'm not going to get into debate with the FBI director, nor do I want there to be conflict, Sheinbaum said at a press conference Tuesday. What the U.S. authorities told the Mexican authorities is that It was a voluntary surrender. She pointed to a picture Wedding posted to his Instagram account at the U.S. Embassy in Mexico, announcing that he was turning himself. This lame ass nigga.
No, but no way a fucking Olympian drug lord is turning himself in. Just no way in hell.
It's either he's turning.
The ego is too big,
or I mean, I don't know whose ego is bigger. Kash Patel acting like he captured this guy who turned himself in. We got him. It sounds like something he would do. Like, I guess the two things you have to believe is either Kash Patel did go into Mexico and capture this guy and was like, what's the word? Not coherent, but like was intelligent enough and like had the ability to actually capture this guy, or this guy turned himself in and Kash Patel is just trying to take credit for it, which I hear what you're saying. Like, there's no way they're catching this Olympian, but maybe the wall's closed in and he was like, I got to turn myself in.
Or no way that he's turning himself in.
No, I hear what you're saying. Like, no way he's turning himself in. But also, I'm like, Kash Patel's too incompetent to catch a nigga. It makes more sense for me that he turned himself in and Kash Patel is trying to be like, I caught him. I did that shit.
Yeah, I guess. But let's just keep going with the article.
Sure. Wedding's lawyer, Anthony Colombo, disputes that account, saying that Wedding was handcuffed by FBI agents and transported to California. He was arrested. He didn't surrender. Okay, I guess you're right. Colombo told the Wall Street Journal, adding, if the U.S. government is unilaterally going into a sovereign country and apprehending somebody, you can understand the concern that sovereign entity might have. Oh, the lawyer was like, the lawyer trying to start war too. He like, damn, that's crazy. Mexico, y'all just let that nigga. That's crazy. I mean,
damn, I thought y'all were sovereign.
You worry about my boy. Y'all need to be worried about your mans. Like, tensions between Mexico and the U.S. are high, considering Trump's threats to levy tariffs and take military action against the country, ostensibly to combat drug trafficking. Mexico has sought to placate Trump in some ways, increasing border security, placing tariffs on Chinese goods, and sending drug lords on planes to U.S. custody without the normal extradition process, possibly breaking law. Why does everybody suck this nigga's dick? Yeah. I do not get it.
Well, because it's the U.S. Like, we have
a missile pointed at every fucking nation. Goddamn.
And that's why ultimately, like, I mean, I think it's fair to raise up what you brought up, that maybe Kash Patel is the one that's lying. But I think, like, when you look at the full story of everything that's going on, especially with our relations with Mexico and us swinging our dick around, it just makes sense to me that we did go in and do this shit illegally and then fucking bragged about it online. Kash Patel is one to brag about some shit online. And now there's a little diplomatic kerfuffle because, again, Kash Patel has the mind of a teenager.
Wow. Damn, Kash Patel sucks. Honestly, I'm sure this fucking Olympian drug trafficker, he sounds cool.
He does.
I'm sorry. This nigga sounds badass. I'm not gonna lie.
And we're saying that
I hope he hasn't
have
hurt
not
anybody.
read into any details about what he was doing with the Sinaloa cartel.
Yeah, I don't.
Because once you actually read about the cartel,
you're like, oh fuck,
it's pretty evil.
Yeah.
It's pretty. They're like inventing ways to torture people and stuff. It's like, but hopefully he was just, on those skis. I don't really know what he's an Olympian at. He's Canadian, so I imagine it's like
skiing on cocaine.
Yeah, there you go. Damn, this guy's cool.
Fuck. I gotta go watch his foot. Let me go find out about this nigga before I watch his highlight. Damn. For a guy that chopped up people, he's pretty sick on a snowboard.